Sketching in Fusion 360 is the primary method we will use in our course to create our 3D models. A sketch in Fusion 360 is a 2D drawing made up of lines and shapes which are defined by dimensions and constraints. These can be then used to create 3D objects. There are two ways in which you can begin a sketch in Fusion 360. The first is to click on the Create Sketch button. The second is to choose the tool that you want to use in a specific drawing. For example, I might choose the Circle tool. Once I've selected the Create Sketch or the Circle tool, I then need to click on the surface on which I want to draw my sketch. In this case, I'm going to choose one of the orange planes. I can then draw my circle, and I have begun drawing a sketch. A sketch in Fusion 360 can be drawn on any flat surface. There are two types of flat surface that we will draw on. A plane, and I'll press on the Create Sketch button. A plane is represented by one of these orange rectangles which highlights as you hover over it. A plane is an imaginary flat surface that you can begin drawing from. Any flat surface that already exists, for example the face of this cylinder, can also have a sketch drawn on it. You cannot draw a sketch on a curved surface in Fusion 360. I'm going to click and draw on this particular surface here. I'm now going to draw out a square or a rectangle. I'm going to hit Stop Sketch. And now that I've got that, I can use the Modify button to either add to that, or if I push it back through, I can subtract and take that away. In this case, I've now got a cylinder with a square hole in it. When drawing a complex shape, for example, I'm going to draw a 5-sided figure here, like so, you can only basically make it so that the shape is 3D if you close the shape off. It's now going to be a 6-sided figure, and the shape is now closed. Often, the shape will change color inside to ensure that it is closed. If I draw it out here, you'll see that it will actually in fact go yellow on the inside to signify that it is closed. If you're unsure, you can always turn the body on and off by using this light here, and you can see now that that is a closed shape on that particular surface. Once I hit Stop Sketch, I can then use that shape, this one over here, to modify it and push it in to subtract, or I'm going to press Ctrl Z here. I'm going to modify it once again to pull it out and make it into a more solid shape. The simplest way to end a sketch is to use one of the two Stop Sketch buttons. The one down here on the bottom of the sketch palette works, as does the one up here. The one up here actually has an extra button down here that doesn't really do much, but if we hit the Stop Sketch button, it takes us out of sketch mode and puts us back into 3D mode.